another Madam Happy Healing Art Therapy Podcast. So for this week, we are going to discuss about topic understanding our emotion and how we can manage it better. Of course, today we are going to use art. So yeah, that's our topic today. So today I'm having these two beautiful ladies over here. So they are from Noble Doctor, right?
Yeah,
Noble
Noble
Doctor
Doctor.
Plus. Okay.
Plus two in the heart.
In the heart. Okay. So for Dr. Noble, so mungkin boleh introduce yourself.
Hi Liu. So my name is Dr. Shazana. So I'm the founder of Noble Doctor. So for this year campaign, we are advocating a lot on mental health when it comes to adolescent group. So follow our Instagram, our Twitter to see and to follow on our updates on regarding our school project. Yeah. Eva?
Hi, I'm Eva. I'm working together with Dr. Shazana here with Noble Doctor. Jadi our campaign for this year, which is Be Mindful.
Be mindful.
Yeah, be mindful.
Okay. Be mindful. So maybe can I explain a bit lah you punya. Okay, Dr. Shazana and also Eva. So you guys are working together in making that the Be Mindful punya campaign kan. So mungkin can tell a bit about your outside than just doing this mental health advocacy, what you guys are doing.
Seorang yang
Okay.
doctor.
In our real time job.
Yes, the reality of outside then.
Okay, so full-time doctor, currently attached with Ministry of Health at KK Teras. So I'm also pursuing my masters in primary healthcare. Yep.
Oh, hi.
Your turn.
Your turn.
So currently I'm working in advertising agency as the social media manager.
Oh, manager.
So sama lah for Noble Doctor pun I'm handling the social media and the comms part lah.
Part lah. I see. Okay. That I think we NGOs need more to hire people in social media because a lot of in Malaysia punya NGO not much in the social media attraction. So people don't know where or how they can join to contribute in this kind of CSR impact juga. So I think we can move to our soalan for today.
Oh yeah.
So before we start to do our discussion for today about how to understand our emotion, as usual, we're gonna do art together while discussing it. Yay! So for today's session, we are going to do emotional wheel, emotional wheel of colors. So you guys are required to do like a wheel or maybe a bubble, anything lah yang you guys resonate, yang apa you guys just go with the flow by choosing the colours according to the emotional wheels yang kita akan tunjukkan nanti.
Okay.
So
sounds like so exciting.
Jangan tak exciting kan. So from this emotional wheel that we are using, 11 colour represent of the 11 emotion. So for the first colour of that warna pink tu adalah bukanlah pink, dia macam merah pink, merah pink macam tu lah. Acceptance. So the merah punya spectrum confident. Merah tu more confident lah. So orange is represent interested, your interest kan. Bawah sikit daripada kuning, daripada orange tu dia macam orange kuning tu excited. So kuning represent for the loving, and then hijau turquoise macam tu lah, dislike. And then another one is like biru laut, alone. And then another blue like sky blue, it's sad. And then another darker bit blue is angry. And purple, embarrassed. Another one is afraid. The embarrassed is the dark purple and afraid is lighter purple. But this is only for our reference. But we can choose we can represent our own colour of emotion yang kita rasa. So contoh macam hari ni I rasa merah is something about loving, or you think merah is angry. So it's up to you, because it's art is freedom. So you can always redefine and define anything that you feel at that time. So while we're discussing about the topic for today, sambil-sambil kita discuss, kita akan buat art. And for this first question is about, what is the ultimate guide? The ultimate guide to understand our feelings and emotions. Like, what are the difference?
Soalan ni kalau dulu recently jugalah, I'm still like having in between kind of thing, like between emotions and feelings. So I go to therapy also previously, and then my therapist dia ada buat macam table
lah.
and then I have to put emotions and then feelings and then the action kind of thing. I forgot apa nama benda tu, exercise tu. But then apa yang I letak tu is wrong, meaning that I tak faham sebenarnya what is emotion, what is feeling.
Betul. I pun sebenarnya it's quite confusing juga kan, emotion and feeling ni, because we feel like benda tu sama je.
So after you put them in the box, you understood better, or
so after I put in the box, then my therapist like explain what is emotion.
Sharing.
Alamak, actually honestly I dah lupa sebab I dah tak practice benda tu. But masa I buat tu, actually I dah letak for like a reference. What is emotion, what is feelings below the box, so that I can I faham ni lah apa I rasa. But untuk for better understanding, clearer understanding, I think better Dr. Shazana here lah to explain.
Mestilah kan. Kita bawa dia atas
sini ni memarahai.
Kita pada tahu tak ada. So yes, Dr. Shazana, what is your take? How can we understand our emotions better and feelings better?
For me, I also had that similar thinking that emotions and feelings, we do categorize them as in a same box. So emotions and feelings, they share the same expression. So when we feel something, our mind is telling us something, our body is telling us something. The sensation that we feel is what we call as feeling. So we feel stuff. So for example, now I'm sitting here, I'm feeling very much excited, and I'm feeling it, but how do I express it? Like I convey, then you have emotional expression kan? That is your expression. That means your face expression, emotional behavior, emotional expression. So behavior, how you behave from that feeling of that you have,
the action.
So for example, macam why is emotion very important kan? Orang cakap our topic today is how we express ourselves through
what's
art.
Important. Also, what's important to able to make ourselves understand the feelings and express it, so that tak adalah jadinya macam depression and all kan, because of kita simpan emotions kan.
True. So come back to the topic of emotion. So emotion ni, they play a very important role in how we put ourselves out there in our social environment. For example, we need good emotion in order to have good interpersonal relation with other people. Bukan nak cakap good emotion lah. We need emotion for us to function. So without emotion,
connect better juga kan.
Without emotion, how do we able to function as a human? Macam tu. So
dia macam robot lah.
Macam robot, tak ada emotion kan? Tak ada emotion. That's when the feeling kan. So they are computed. For this feeling, you express this emotion. So, okay, emotion, why is it important kan? Apa pentingnya emotion ni? So, like what I said just now, in order to have good interpersonal human relation and behavioural skills, kita kena ada a set of emotion lah. Can be anger, can be happy, can be excited. It's a set of emotion that we must have. Not say must have, it's a set of emotion that is encouraged to have lah. Without that, if we don't know how to communicate our emotion, we don't know how to express them well, that is when all the mental health related issues will arise. For example, like your personality disorder, like your ADHD and your depression. Yeah.
I think because for me myself, before I was into this kind of mental health advocacy, I am the kind of person who always suppress my emotions. I believe that like growing up, we are needed to not sharing what we feel because it somehow like the environment is not encouraging like for us to show ataupun feel the emotions. Sometimes even very simple lah, macam kecil-kecil bila nangis kan, jangan nangis, diam sekarang, jangan nangis kan.
Positivity.
Then ataupun like macam kalau sedih kan, tak ada apa tu, nanti okey lah tu, nanti you gonna be fine kan, ataupun you just overthinking it.
I hate that word. So
like that make us feel like because of that environment cause us to gaslight ourselves a lot. Like sometimes like macam,
is it okay to do this?
Yes, like macam am I crazy for feeling like this? Like after like people saying something to you ke apa yang you not agree ataupun you are agree, like you feel that you feel different kan. So macam that's the case lah. I think it's really important to understand and be aware about what we feel, our emotion and how we feel about it and how we can manage it better. So that bila you dah bila you dah aware, at least you tak adalah macam you suppress you punya emotion tu, tiba-tiba benda kecil jadi you trigger out of nowhere like macam total burst kan.
Yes, I think that's what happened to me before lah, like because I have no confidence of telling what I feel at that time, and then at the same time I have that guilt untuk bagi tahu orang apa yang I rasa, because I will feel like this person will feel more stressed ke, judge me because of what I feel at that time, and then I will end up like tak apalah, I'll be okay alone, do it my way, I will be better. So like keep gaslighting myself just to be okay.
Betul.
But you end up makan diri lah.
Betul. Sebab itu pun yang jadi mostly orang akan pergi terapi bila dia punya depressed episode tu dah tak boleh manage dah. Dia dah jadi macam makan tak lalu, tidur tak tenang, mandi tak basah kan. So I think that's the things that I hope we can advocate people before you get into that stage. Better to be aware of this before you rasa benda tu kan.
Before it getting worse.
Before it getting worse, before it's unmanageable sampai dah kena makan ubat. And I think
so. It's also safe to say that emotion is the basic compute system of your brain.
betul.
So just imagine emotion as being like a fuel for your brain to function. So with good set of emotion and how you manage it and how you overcome fear, how you overcome grief in your own set of time, it actually evolved the brain to be more, how to say,
More resilient.
to be more adaptive, and then like if you overcome it in a good manner, in a well manner, so that means your behavioral mechanism will be better. So macam you avoid having problems like mental health issues like depression and stuff like that. So macam tu lah. So kalau macam kita fail to identify the emotion and how to address those by failing to address your emotion, that's when you will somehow fall into the spectrum where you have mental health issues lah. I feel that's how it works lah.
So that's the ultimate guide lah for us to understand our emotion. You know, macam people always think like, okay, kita ada our brain, so we much relying on our brain rather than listen to the understand how emotions and our brain function along the way, kan? Yeah. So okay. Second question. What who are the people that struggles with emotion regulations? Okay, Shafa, I think this one will soalan to you.
So okay, some journals, some books says that those who have very traumatizing past, traumatizing experience growing up, learning what is good, what is bad, what is this, what do and don'ts, learning about social skills, how is it to have good parents, what does it feel like to have supportive community. All that is actually your emotion that is computing your brain to evolve to be to teach you how to cope in the future. So it somehow it's all from the scratch lah. So so semua ni nanti your brain will be better compute system. So for your cognitive function, it will be better. So siapa je yang akan like the question you asked me, who are the one who is mostly struggle with emotional regulation kan? I would say those who have a very traumatizing past lah. So child with traumatizing history, broken home, they will have different way in coping with their emotion. The way they show that they need help is different. The way that they show that they are struggling is different, right? That leads to anger, sadness, that spectrum of emotion. So child with child with abuse, child with traumatizing past. So they are the kind of child where you will see them having ADHD, you will see them bipolar later on in life, right? So all these are also genetically linked out. So the type so when you grow up having all this traumatizing, it's also somehow it's embedded into your genes. So what is embedded into your genes, your future generation to come, your future families, your kids, you will pass through generation. So that is why you see doctor will ask do you have any mental health issues in your family, questions like that kan, because there is study shows that it starts from the womb to tomb. So that is why it's very important to have good support system kan.
I selalu nampak benda ni dekat kucing.
Ini
Contohnya kucing ni dia takut orang. Sangat takut orang. And then the kids the kittens also will be the same.
So it's all
animal pun sama
especially human animal yang pernah kena abuse ke apa, dia orang takut, dia akan jadi takut orang.
So the generation to come also will be something like that, right? So it's very important to teach them from young lah. That's why back to my campaign this year on Noble Doctor, that's why my advocacy is more on school, because I feel they are the one who needs a lot of support, especially when it comes to healing, when it comes to coping in life, when it comes to dealing with emotion. You have to teach them from early age. Some things that they do teach in school, but maybe not as much as we are learning now. Self-learning, as an adult we do a lot of self-learning, right? So it's difficult for them to self-learn at that age, so they need help from teachers, from peer support. That's when SHIPs also come in, right, as a peer support group.
And I think nowadays kids nowadays a bit lucky compared to us, the millennials ni. Before this we think that doing this or feeling this, we will teach that this is okay, this is right to do, and then you cannot like express your feelings, and then you have to respect your elders or whatsoever, and then you cannot like voice out anything because it will be like
Disrespectful.
disrespectful.
Yeah.
Itulah. I think most of my, for me myself as a diagnosed ADHD, I relearn a lot about how I understand myself better and emotions better because of back in the days masa kecil-kecil kan, always kena marah, kena macam kenapa kau ni tak pandai, kenapa kau ni kenapa kau ni
Kena compare dengan saudara mara.
kenapa kau
Do
tak
you
nak
struggle?
malas.
Do you struggle dealing
I
with?
think I struggle a lot as a kid back then because I have most of masa kecil kan orang akan macam pergi berkawan main playground kan, and mostly I have a friend but then is the relationship tu I cannot maintain because of the other kid will feel like I'm the weird kid that shouldn't play with her so much lah. And back then I was quite impulsive, sangat nakal. I will panjat pagar, kecil-kecil dah panjat pagar. Panjat tak ada lah. Tapi panjat pagar pergi main dengan rumah kawan kat belakang tu kan. And then also struggle with learning. I cannot read until I was masuk sekolah standard 1. So from 6 years old, 5 years old kan, by the age of 4 and 6 you dah boleh start major and all kan, ABC kan. I struggle to read or to think because of back then I don't know, right? So back then of course kena marah lah.
And then tak ada this like
tak ada ni lah, tak ada term ni kan.
terms and
I believe our parents pun back then they don't know.
Last week I met a friend named Beatrice. So she was telling me about the lost child.
The lost child.
So apparently there's a term for those who are born in 90s, if I'm not mistaken, or 80s. So our parent generation, they are not very well aware of ADHD and ASD. So we are left undiagnosed till we grow up. So they are called the lost child. So it's something new that I learned.
The lost child. And I think that in that sense juga, after I know that I have this diagnosis with ADHD, then I understand better that for neurodivergent brain, we are born with lack of dopamine, serotonin, and also lack of executive function that make it hard for us to regulate our emotions better. And that's sometimes like something that I think I learn a lot in therapy as well. To like somehow I rasa bila I got the diagnosis, I feel I'm at peace with my past because I don't feel angry anymore because not all the bad stuff that happened is my fault.
I see.
So that's my take on this.
Interesting.
So macam you, Eva, apa? You tak you punya emotional regulation punya. Are you aware how you regulate your emotion? Are you aware how you regulate your emotions?
I think right now is better than before. Before this, I think what I feel at that time, I don't react secara betul. And then I realised that after I buat the table thing, and then how I convert that thoughts, and then change it to something positive. And then what happened to my physical reaction, apa semua, facial reaction, semua I jot down at that time. That's when I realised, when I feel this, I actually should do this. I don't have to react to this way. And right now, I'm a bit calmer. I think Shaz.
Yelah.
So before this macam kadang-kadang I would be impulsive juga lah. And apa yang rasa terus react. But sekarang ni I akan fikir dulu before I react. Is it like
Worth it ke tak?
worth it for me to react this way, or is it just like it's okay lah, it's just like small thing.
Dia boleh
You don't have
bincang
to
kan?
be like wow, it's just that feeling or that small thing.
Faham. And that's the perks of having the awareness and the strength
Yes.
pergi
Yeah.
therapy jugalah kan. Kalau I tak pergi therapy,
Actually kalau I tak pergi therapy memang
you never know, right?
I never know. I just like,
Macam,
and then somehow social media nowadays
yes.
it's sometimes very depressing.
Betul. Bukan very lah, sangat lah. Hari-hari tengok orang gaduh kat timeline, tak
Yeah.
orang gaduh, lagi
And
kurang
then
lah.
when you
kan.
press like on certain tweets, for example, and then you're gonna get feed with that
yes,
kind
that
of thing.
Content.
And then somehow kita, of course I can like something that resonate with us, apa yang kita rasa at that time. Contohnya macam kita tengah sedih kan, kita akan dengar lagu sedih. I pun tak tahu kenapa bila kita sedih, kita akan dengar lagu sedih, menambahkan sedih
lagi
lagi.
sedih. Selalu juga. Orang kata apa?
That
Coping
is for you to
mechanism.
cope and take it one step at a time.
Yeah. Before kan. Okay. Betul.
I need the colour green. Actually green.
Really just
So
you can mix,
You
you know,
mix it.
blue and yellow.
Oh.
Apa dia? Okay.
Cool, good idea.
Minta kita punya producer tolong sediakan
And then
colour
it's okay, we can mix yellow and blue to get green. So we
Yeah,
don't
it's
waste
like
the
how
colour.
our feelings is always mixed.
Yeah.
We mix up our feeling, right? So we mix all the colour. Let's go. And I think I nak tambah sikit lah. People who struggle, diorang punya nak manage diorang punya emotions. Is the people who are in a state of scaring to get to know or accept themselves.
Yeah,
So
true.
struggling in denial.
That's what I feel before I pergi jumpa psychiatrist. You know, it's different when you see a counselor and then the like psychologist. And then what if you
How do
got
you- how do
diagnosed
you
with
feel?
this?
When you see both, what are the difference you feel that makes a difference between counselor and psychologist?
I think the first thing that I feel at that time when I got that diagnosed with depression and anxiety, JD, or I get terkejut because I thought I'm okay. And what I did at that time is just like telling what I feel, my background, blah blah blah. And
Tak
then
tahu dapat diagnosis lah.
tak tahu dapat diagnosis that.
Mana datang ni kan?
And then tiba-tiba dia orang cakap I kena makan ubat.
Oh,
siapa yang
itu
cakap?
ya. Sama.
The psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist.
Yeah, and then dia tanya, are you okay to start on medication? And then at that time I macam tengah blur-blur, tengah confused lagi. I don't know what to do.
Okay je lah dia kata.
I pun okay je lah sebab I pun macam tak tahu apa effect dia dekat I. Is it, am I gonna be better? But at the same time I teringat what people usually say lah when you start on medication. They will like think and then some people say that it's gonna make it worse lah.
Stigma.
The stigma.
Actually, medication in psychiatry medicine kan, it only will help you to deal with it better. So it's not a cure to your therapy illness. Kalau especially for mental health issues kan, like depression, anxiety, it's just there to assist you. So it will be like it will be beneficial like 30%, I would say. So 70% still comes from our own effort. How do we deal
manage
with
it,
yeah.
Macam kamera dan kereta lah. Kita nak tengok reverse ke apa.
Oh, kamera dah. Oh, nice metaphor actually.
Oh,
Kamera
yeah.
dah bila nak reverse kan.
Macam tengah fikir je kamera
Nak
ni.
kereta bila nak reverse
Ya, ya, ya.
macam ni
Good
macam
imagination. Dia just assist you je. So kalau orang cakap macam not good ke apa ke kan, depends at what stage they are. So if let's say it's gonna help them a bit rather than bringing them more to a darker path, so I would say it will benefit them. Tapi if those who don't want to take medication, they feel that they can cope, they feel that they can get out of it, then there is an option where you go for therapy, you go for counselling, you don't want to start treatment, then you want to see if it's getting better, you don't have to start treatment also. But doctor punya threshold to start medication is always when you ada self-harm or you're not functional at work. Then we want to help you be better to function. So that's when doctor always advise taking in the medication lah.
Because ada juga orang macam macam my experience kan in medication, because at first I was diagnosed with major depression. So they give me antidepressant that are I think quite macam dia macam bercanggah dengan my real diagnosis, which is the ADHD diagnosis.
Because the adult usually manifests with depression, anxiety.
Yes. So struggle to find the right antidepressant lah for me. So that's another part that I think for us to take macam mana, do some research a bit before we take that thing kan, like macam if we were diagnosed with major depression, and then you baca lah a bit about your punya ubat tu, how you can eat, and you be prepared about how you can manage the side effect symptom. I think that's that part lah. So why do you guys think suppressing our emotion can affect our mental health?
Why? How it can affect our mental health? So the same understanding where emotions are your brain compute system. So if let's say you suppress your emotion, you don't express by talking or by expressing through arts, your compute system are failing. So when your compute system, your brain system is failing, that's when you get a lot of depression issues. Why do you think people with depression seek help, talk to therapists? By talking to therapists itself is already expressing yourself, talking about your emotion, okay? So suppressing it is a very dangerous route that you're taking lah. Even when you are small, when you are a baby, you do have emotions as well. When you cry, kan, you express yourself. So you are actually designed. You are actually designed to express your emotion from the womb lagi. Where you when you are in the womb, you keep your there's your mom can feel the baby's kick. Then you express yourself in the womb. Some emotions you can't tell it out. You can't express by talking, kan. Certain things we cannot express by saying. There are no words to describe how we feel, right? It will only be expressed by crying, expressed by showing anger, facial expression lah, tells a lot. Your eyes speaks a lot. So there's many ways you can express your emotion, not just by talking to someone. By doing art is also a form of expression. So don't suppress your emotion. Try to talk and or just do whatever you like doing. Like I express my feelings and emotion a lot through photography. So my picture speaks what I can't say. So like that lah.
Yeah, because sometimes I think some feelings, some memories or whatever, you cannot describe it.
Cannot, right?
Words.
It's like how to tell this person. I just don't know to describe those emotions.
I think that's why juga lah tu orang struggle nak pergi jumpa terapi ke apa, because they don't know what to start.
Diorang pun tak tahu macam macam mana nak cakap kan apa yang dia rasa, bla bla.
Especially guys lah, males,
Guys,
they you know, their masculinity
mindset kan.
So very difficult for males to express emotion. So I would say they love to do a lot of playing guitar, band, music,
main sport,
sports.
main
But they
pergi
actually
ke apa kan.
so there's many ways lah to express. The most important thing is we don't suppress our emotion lah.
Try to find a way lah to channel it instead of coping mechanism. Contoh lah express kan. Usually we express our emotion by stress ke apa through pergi gym, workout, pergi apa running, what else?
Do activity lah.
Makan.
Nation
love food, huh?
Yes, that's our love language of universal love language. So yeah, what if you already do that but it doesn't feel good anymore? Doesn't feel
keep
right
finding
anymore.
things that you keep exploring.
So that's the key actually kan. It's
Keep
like
exploring.
to know ourselves better is to keep explore things that are
What
improve
excites you.
excite us lah, instead of just stay in the same method or same cycle that we feel that tu je rasa.
I've been to like a phase where everything yang I used to love to do, like kalau I stress ke apa, I can buat benda ni, stress I buat benda ni. But at the same time, I don't enjoy it anymore. That's when I feel like, oh, something is wrong. And then I try buat benda baru, okay, kuliah, but I cannot see like cari the excitement of enjoyment of that. Then I feel like, oh, this is bad. And then what's worse is orang sekeliling I perasan. I tak perasan gitu. And then, I go to work and then my colleague was like, are you okay? And then I was like, okay je. Sedangkan I tak cakap apa-apa. But they notice it. Macam Syah cakap tadi, facial
So there's many
reaction.
ways kan you express your emotion. So even though you don't tell your friends, your peers that you are struggling, you don't tell. But those who are close to you, who understands your pattern, who understands your facial expression, they will know that you are having,
You are not okay lah.
you're having tough emotions right now.
Agree. So that's itulah kepentingan dia kan. Now how you feel after you get to know yourself? How do you feel that that situation of diagnosis made you want to learn about yourself better?
Macam mana?
Macam how does that, after you know about your diagnosis and all kan, how do you excited tak? You excited tak to get to know yourself better, ataupun you just macam here we go again?
Actually apa I rasa when I start on medication, right? The first question is sampai bila? Sampai bila I have to take this? And then there's this not one day lah. I pergi travel. I lupa makan ubat kan. And then bukan sehari I lupa.
Banyak hari.
2 days.
Mendadak lah kan, mendadak.
So after that 2 days I didn't take. I cannot handle my emotions at all. Dia macam
overwhelming.
Very overwhelming. And that's when I think again, like, do I really have to depend on medication? No, but at the same time, I try to look for alternative activity or things to do that can actually distract me or make me feel more positive, especially for myself. Before this, I always think about others first before me. Yang penting orang tu happy. Kononnya we have this mindset that when this person is happy, I feel happy. But the thing is, tak. You rasa, you still rasa sedih, still rasa macam kurang.
Faham. Betul. Resonate.
So right now I'm like prioritizing myself. Put myself first. Like same goes as mental health and then physical health. Kalau I sendiri tak okay, kalau I sendiri tak sihat, kalau I sendiri tak happy, macam mana I pun nak
Happy
happy kawan lain, or macam mana I pun nak jaga orang lain kalau I sendiri pun not well.
Betul.
That's why I start pergi gym. Now I start pergi gym because I stopped futsal already, have knee problem. So I start expressing myself through gym. Like
Gym is a good way to express your emotion.
I think masa keluar-keluar peluh tu.
Memang technically in research pun shown that exercise helps you to
that is one of the thing that my therapist asked me to do. Do daily exercise. It doesn't matter how long. At least you exercise a bit.
It will help you to balance
on your emotions. Macam I struggle with exercise actually. As for me as a ADHD people, exercise, I won't do something that not excite me. Like I feel like okay, exercise yang macam jogging ke apa, I tak interested. Especially like macam workout yang pergi gym tu ke, I feel like benda tu macam boring. So the only exercise yang I rasa it's useful. Futsal sometimes I akan rasa boring sebab sometimes macam bila tak dapat bola macam korang tak nak main dengan aku kan. Atau korang macam ataupun like bila tak macam sepak tak betul rasa macam diorang macam demotivated lah. But I found out that I like to go for exercise yang macam yang thrilling and exercise yang macam
body combat,
MMA.
Yang itu satu MMA, something yang I rasa kickboxing tu benda yang sangat release stress. And sometimes bila marah ke apa, as for someone who having this ADHD ni, angry is something that resonate with we are easily agitated. So we need to find a way for us to release that agitated feelings. Tapi kita rasa macam kita rasa marah time tu je marah, tak adalah you akan berdendam aku macam nak tak nak kawan dengan kau, tak nak benci kau samanya, tak adalah macam tu. Just agitated time tu je kan. Lepas tu dah habis dah. Kita orang pun tak ingat dah apa benda kita marah time tu. For mostly. But kickboxing does help. And also fly cycle. Fly cycle kan, you macam cycle laju-laju and then sampai ada like the stimulation of lampu and lagu tu. Dia macam this is workout.
You need a lot of adrenaline rush.
Yes. And also like macam hiking, I really enjoy hiking juga. So the exercise like
getting back to nature.
Getting back to nature, benda-benda macam tu lah. And I think that's why I cannot do regular like daily exercise because
boring
because my exercise is something yang macam it's all or nothing. It's all in or nothing like that. So take note nanti I try to find like yoga ada lagu kan.
Yoga mindfulness.
Which is yoga really helpful for to calm down our racing part as a day.
I tried yoga, but I think it doesn't work with me. And then in my
macam mana?
Apa yang I fikir tu it's just like dia nak habis.
Bila nak habis ni
bosannya. Slow pergerakan.
Faham.
So maybe I ni jenis yang suka
laju yang intensity intense. Betul memahami. Yoga. So you exercise apa you prefer?
Me? I like routine.
Routine.
So I like something where I'm comfortable with routine. So gym is one of the things that I recently pick up. So I feel like it's helping me a lot because when you see change, you are motivated to do more
Keep
kan.
doing the changes lah kan.
And it kind of balance out your daily routine lah, especially you're dealing with different set of emotion the whole day. So when you go to the gym, you feel that your whole set of emotion is reset. It's like you are starting another day, you know. Yeah. So I would say different people have different sports that they like, different activity that they want to venture in. So as long as it keeps them motivated, keeps the emotion balanced, so it will it will bring
Find a way
pleasure,
lah.
it will bring joy to someone.
I think I have a problem with keeping up with routine.
Yeah,
Because saya
same.
akan cepat bosan.
Boring.
Then you can change lah. As long as you have that motivation, you feel happy.
For me, my routine is change.
That's why I don't have like specific hobby of what I love to do. Because it keeps changing.
It's keep changing.
Yeah.
Kan?
Bila orang tanya I apa you suka buat, I tak tahu nak cakap apa. Sebab kejap I suka buat ni, kejap I suka buat tu. And then I jenis susah nak finish a job sebab I got easily distracted.
Macam kenal je. Betul ke NDD je tu? Kan?
Tak ada.
Macam geng-geng je kan?
Tak.
But yeah, I think that's the somehow that the struggling in mental health ni, we resonate a lot with each other because of we've been through that phase thing. Macam kalau kita cerita benda ni dekat orang yang tak pernah rasa benda tu kan, they would feel like macam
Alasan.
alah,
I think
try lah buat kan, try lah fokus kan,
Everybody struggle with
try
mental
lah
health.
ni macam-macam ada suruh try.
Alah, you overthink je.
Ya, you overthink je ni kan.
Ya,
You okay
typical lah you
lah.
overthink.
That's the culture that we need to break up.
The stigma that I think we need to
So if we manage to break the barrier, talk more about our mental health and use less toxic positivity, I think less people will have mental health issues. I mean, you'll be more tolerable. You know how to manage your emotion better. You have less obstacle. You know, stigma is an obstacle for you to get better. Right? So you have less of those. It will actually improve your mental health a lot more. Maybe less mental health patients that need medication. Not all that needs therapy. Maybe they just need therapy, someone to talk to. Because by the time you see a doctor for mental health issues, it's already at a stage where you need help. You really need to, we assume, not to say assume now, we understand it that way. If someone see a doctor for mental health issues, that means they already cannot take it anymore. Yeah, so they need something. That is why back to your question or your understanding just now why doctor should give medication, right? Because we understand, okay, you are at the point where you just can't take it anymore, so you need help. That's why we offer medication.
and also to get to find your right medication tu is the process lah yang actually kena endure and
I dah tukar-tukar ubat.
berapa kali tu kau buat?
Adalah banyak, baru 2 kali. Tapi still lah sebab from this dose but ni tak jadi and then they keep changing the dose.
Yeah, different medication have different mechanism of action. The way they work is different, so need to find the one that suits you the most lah. Most medication will have a lot of stomach upset problem, so you feel very uneasy in the tummy.
Gastric.
So that's the most common effect of medication lah. So sometimes doctor will change, and to find the best one will take some time.
Dia macam
Just don't miss appointment
dia
lah.
macam cari jodoh lah weh.
Yeah.
Betul lah.
You won't like settle down with the first thing met or you found lah.
It's an experiment for dia.
Experiment, exploring. It's just how we need to advocate to not stigmatize the situation or the decision that people make. Because sometimes I feel like even people yang ada struggle mental health pun, dia pun stigma dengan diri sendiri. Kita stigma dengan orang yang ada. So I think the first point here is like to let go of stigmatization of within ourselves and also to other people, because we never know what's their struggle, what's their real situation looks like, right? So that's where I think this kind of conversation is really needed lah, in to be more engaged in the society as well. Yep. And so lah dia kan. Syok lah kita sembang hari ni. Macam
I shop more.
syok mana tu lah nampak kan.
Lupa nak cakap apa.
Kita masih berada di YouTube podcast Art Therapy. So this is the real effect guys. Buat art sama-sama borak
so
benda ni.
you are very much so focused into it.
So you kena pakai
Get all your technical
3D glasses.
3D segala tu lah. Nampak macam betul-betul expressing lah. I bangga tengok korang punya artwork. Cik I yang bangga.
Okay, letak dekat wall lah.
Lines
It's like, yeah. Okay, nanti kita akan interpret
like
masing-masing punya artwork. Nanti kita akan sabar. Nanti kita akan interpret masing-masing punya artwork. So ready semua. Tapi before kita start tu, last question for this discussion. How can we educate ourselves and also the people around us to be aware and manage their emotion better?
I would say treat yourself how you want people to be treated, and also how you want people to treat you. So how you're treating others can be subjective, can be sometimes you don't like that person, you want to treat them differently, but how you want other people to treat you, that's how you should treat yourself. So
in terms of educate the people around us, like we don't like contohlah macam family ke kawan-kawan ke suka bagi sakat-sakat, you know lah Malay ni tradition dengan our society punya ni suka bahan-bahan kan. So
treat everybody with kindness, less stigma, like what we were talking about kan, you don't stigmatize people. And nowadays we see a lot of cyberbullying. We see a lot of people say something and then you want to comment, you're very impulsive to comment about it. So that kind of thing all comes from within. So what we can do, first step, whatever we can restrict ourselves from doing, we don't want other people to treat us that way. I think that's what we should stop doing first. So for example, things like commenting everything, whatever people want to say, learn how to keep quiet and digest those information. Think about what emotion is right and what expression to actually express. So take one step back and evaluate the whole situation. Then you jump in to say something or to give your thoughts. Then you must think also your thoughts and whatever you're saying to, will it give any benefit or not if you say things? Or will it just bring more harm? If it's just going to bring more harm, you just restrain yourself from saying ugly things, especially about someone else who's also struggling. So sometimes we say all these things, we understand how it works, but when it comes to the actual D-Day, you fail to do so. But it's okay to fail, but as long as you know that is how things should work, you should keep on trying, and one point you reach to a point where you understand, this is how things are done.
And I think what I want to add in to the part yang macam doesn't mean that people contoh the environment like macam dulu aku pun kena bully macam ni. Okay je, right? Macam like sometimes because we say like we want them to treat us like how they want
people
us to treat them, kan? So like macam aku dah biasa, aku macam okay je
jadi je manusia,
takkan cakap macam tu ataupun buat macam tu terus nak ni kan. So like there are still like how we can educate this kind of angle that we think this is a culture, is normalized, is something that normalized for us, like macam menyakat yang macam gurau kasar macam tu kan. It's something yang macam gurau. So how can we we as people who struggle with mental health themselves, how they can restrain themselves to go for impulsive action? How can they also put boundaries or barrier that they want. You know what? I don't want you to talk to me like this because this is not how I want people to treat me.
Yeah. True.
It's like you always
Set
have
the
to
boundaries
put
lah.
yourself into that person's shoes before you say something. Because let's say you ask yourself, apa you akan rasa if someone talks to you like this? What do you feel if someone do this to you? And then, oh, I will feel this way. And then you yourself ada that awareness untuk not doing something that would harm yourself and others.
Betul. So educate orang sekeliling lah. Especially for parents ke siblings ke, something yang susah sikit kan, you nak talk in the sense of how we feel.
Yeah.
So
I think learning good communication skills will help a lot in managing your emotions as well.
communication skill, correct.
So learning how to communicate better. You can
Or
communicate anger in a way you don't have to be angry. You know?
You can
You
communicate
can communicate anger in a way you don't have to be angry about it. You can just tell the person calmly that you're angry, you know, you feel this way. So
you treat me this way.
something I learned, instead of saying I am angry at you, then say, I feel angry, I feel this way, so I don't really feel good. Express your emotions, express your anger rightly.
But okay, after kan sometimes orang kata kan, communicate lah sama-sama pun. Kalau orang tu comprehension dia, oh, are you saying that? So faham tak? There's some people like that kan. So how can we
Think you're better.
that's what I'm saying.
Better lah.
Think you're better lah.
It's better to be quiet and just
Quiet
Point talking also.
point lah. So
Just
remove
hear
yourself to
kind
that
of.
situation lah. Remove yourself from that situation, from that getting yourself triggered. Okay. Kita dah ready present kita punya artwork masing-masing. Macam biasa. You kali ni korang perform and I got yang macam pie chart biasa. This is how I feel this moment. But I'm gonna touch up more lah. So okay, before we start, okay, I think choose 3 words, 3 emotion, or mungkin more lah, 4 or 3 emotions from the colour that you do, because we are doing like based on the emotional wheel punya ni kan.
Aku dah lupa.
It doesn't have to be like exactly like apa yang emotional wheel tu punya ni, but that is an example of emotions, because sometimes we don't know what we feel. Kan? Sometimes we don't know what's the name of it kan. So macam okay, refer dekat emotional wheel tu, oh okay, bila I feel sad, actually which sad I feel? Is it disgust? Is it disappointed? Is it benda-benda macam tu? So yeah, I think choose 3 words or 4 words that are resonate with your feelings through this emotional wheel color. And what is your take from artwork?
Eva, do you want to start first?
Go Eva.
Because I see we have similar colours, sort of.
Mango color.
Mango.
Mango colour.
Okay, this is my artwork. I rasa cantik sebenarnya.
Cantik.
Mungkin dari jauh dia macam lagi cantik, tapi dari dekat dia macam liu punya. So dekat sini ada colour macam merah kot. Merah ke orange, I'm not sure, but that area lah. And then yellow, and then merah lagi, then blue. The blue here, I feel a bit gloomy and sad actually, because recently at my workplace, right, I feel like I disappointed few people because of
punya condition.
my condition from end of last year lah. I think my performance is a bit drop, and then it affects others, and then the one that take the blame are the others too, instead of me yang kena. So I feel a bit guilt, and so sedih je lah. Yes. Macam sebenarnya salah aku, kenapa?
Okay, what do you do with that feelings actually? What do you do with that feelings for now as far as?
the first thing I do is I apologize to everyone that involved
In that situation.
in that situation, and how can I fix that as soon as possible in a right way. So what I do is I already aware apa salah I kat situ, and I terus okay, siapkan as soon as possible. Try to calm down my boss. Calm my boss. Do the right thing, the thing that I should do previously, and then remind myself in the future that apa yang I sepatutnya buat sebenarnya, blah, 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 so that I won't do it again. So it's like you learn from mistakes. If you actually if you don't do any mistakes, you won't know like
What's your capability and also your
Yes.
limitation.
yes. Sometimes you think like, oh, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, and then you try nak sedapkan hati orang semua. You just I can. Then you just take
Take too much
things-
responsibility
Yeah.
for you until you also burn out lah.
Yeah.
That leads you burn out.
Then kuning orange
Kuning orange tu lah.
orange ni macam combine. Actually I happy and excited sebab tomorrow ke? No, Sunday.
Sunday.
So I akan pergi retreat
tengah.
dekat sana, tak ada line, tak ada apa. So it's just me.
Yeah, digital detox kan?
Yes, digital detox. Jadi
Sekejap join WIP punya
Yalah,
style kan?
betul lah.
Benefit lah.
Jadi I rindu nak camping ni.
ada.
And then kita do arts.
Ada.
So luckily that happiness, the positive feelings tu dia lagi besar lah.
Lagi besar
So
lah.
yang sadness tu tak adalah.
Yes.
Because it is something that you can fix, you can do. Bukannya you tak boleh. You boleh sebenarnya. Cuma there's something you cannot blame what happened in the past that what you jadi macam tu. Contohnya you tak boleh nak blame
Your depression.
I tak boleh nak blame my depression sebab I tak buat ni, sebab I tak perform apa semua. Because bukannya kita yang choose to feel that way. So deal with it. Deal with it.
Jangan lari kan?
Acceptance. I think acceptance is important.
Yeah, betul. Because I think I quite agree lah. I mean resonate with you as well, because the reason why I doing freelance after being diagnosed pun because of I know that I cannot be in the position of where I have to deliver as what people expect me to deliver.
Yeah.
Because of I also cannot expect myself what I can do, what I cannot do, because having this gift of ADHD, I wake up and feel random stuff.
Yeah.
If I feel happy, I'll go. I just bangun rasa I wake up. Oh, today I rasa nak buat ni I go do. If I don't feel do, I cannot do. Because
You cannot force yourself to do something that you don't like.
Because the reason why I think I struggle with my previous working environment too, because I forcing myself too much of doing things that doesn't spark my
We
interest, my
do
passions.
something that people expected us to do.
Yes. And lama-lama kita jadi lost ourselves.
Yeah, true. Sekarang apa ada sesuatu?
I mean you're still connecting because based on the artwork that you are doing right now, that I think knowing I pernah nampak you buat art therapy before this session lah last year kan. It's quite improving from the colour that you choose, the brush.
I rasa colour before this macam gelap-gelap kan.
Very dark,
Biru-biru.
and this time you are choosing the lighter colour and you combine the light colour and with the dark colour in the combination of making that emotions too is look pretty, right? It's look what you feel is pretty. It's gorgeous. Vibrant. So without without your sadness ataupun you tragedy about your ni, you won't put that blue colour and it doesn't make that art look like an eye of life. Look like an eye of life. So yeah, I think
So,
love it.
itu presentation saya.
Dah cukup tiga. Dah cukup tiga.
Dah.
Dah cukup tiga.
Dah rasanya. I rasa dah.
Hmm.
Dia macam berkait-kait.
Kait-kait lah, yes,
Ah.
somehow. And
But overall, this loop here, yang outer loop ni is positive side, positive feelings.
the positive environment that you are involved in yourself in.
Yeah. So the positive feelings that I feel doesn't let the negative feelings here
Burst out.
burst out.
Oh,
Gitu.
gitu. Artis, Vengo kan. Apa nama
Takut I
artis?
represent lepas ni.
Nama dia
Kalau Vango ni Anggo ha.
Engko.
Sebab ada E kat bawah tu.
Engko.
Siut lah.
Entahlah. Maybe the opposite of loophole.
The opposite of loophole lah.
So loophole kan biasanya dia macam tarik kita ke kegelapan kan.
Loophole ke dia ni apa nama tu?
Apa tu yang dekat
Black
angkasa
hole.
tu? Black hole. Tapi ada panggil loophole. Dia macam kekurangan
Kurang.
yang kita tak sedar.
Tapi loophole pun dia present of something yang macam you know there's a loophole of every law.
Yes.
Of everything.
Macam ada sikit defects or kekurangan.
I mean life is all about living the imperfection.
Like kita deep.
Deep talk.
Banyak belajar.
Okay.
Tak sabar nak tengok apple from the tree.
Apple from the tree. The
I pun tak
emotional
tahu
way.
lah
Tengok.
apa yang
Tunjuk dekat audience kita. Wah. Oh girl. So okay.
What is this ha?
Three.
Atas tu macam
three words of
Vango
apple.
lah.
Sejak I beli tiket Vango tak pergi lagi. I think the colour that I pick is blue.
Blue.
Banyak buat colour. Red. And then there's a mixture of yellow and red here. And then there's green. First it said circle kan. So real
Wheel of
emotion. And so I thought, okay, I have to put it in a circle. So then this one resembles circle lah, but the circle is evolving. So it's blending in with the earth. So red ni represent earth lah. So always keep yourself grounded. So no matter how much things you go through and everything, always take one step back and keep yourself grounded to rethink of the choices you want to make in life today. So that this is what keeping me grounded. I think that's why the tree is there also. So it has a very good root and strength, a support system. And then I see myself in 2022 growing and evolving and being a whole new different level person. So
different level of awareness lah.
Level of awareness, level of confidence, level of calm, level everything lah.
A view of the level lah.
Very less obstacles 2022. So now beginning of the year, so I see a lot of growth in me. So I think that's where the tree comes.
Tree comes with the fruit and all the flowers.
So
flourishing
crimson
ni.
red macam apple kan. So you get a lot of
Berbuah-buah ni.
so it's like it's like you're hoping for what more to come this year. That is hope lah. Hoping for what more to come and stuff. Then this blue, I also don't know. This blue is
Sad.
so it's grounded and some things that you want to do in life that brings you to another whole new level. So I think that's where the blue comes in. You look forward to what's happening.
You look forward, but at the same time you are also maybe like be cautious of the unknown area that you want to step in. Ataupun you feel that
Cautious, yes. I take a lot of precaution nowadays. So macam cautious, that's why you keep yourself grounded. Macam stabilize yourself before you see this is the right thing to do or something like that.
So from the tree, what kind of name of emotion that you want to
What's this?
represent?
What's
Three
this?
words.
feel free. I want to feel free and
Feel free, there are a method of grounding from like nature or feeling, hugging the tree.
yeah, ni macam I'm doing forest budding lah.
Yeah, you are budding the knee actually. I see.
Forest.
Forest.
So feel free to
Feel
be free.
Feel free to be free, girl.
Wah, yeah.
Pattern.
Pattern kan
Feel free to be free. Feel free to be free. Yeah lah. I think I like how
Feel
you
the tree to be free.
I like how you present yourself as a tree, because that's how we actually should look our healing to that area. Like we need to relate our life with nature as well.
Yeah, true.
Because of from nature punya ni, kita ni pun part of nature kan. So in order for us to grow to ni, we need to check back our soil, our root, our our
Keep things in balance.
identity and so on tu. In order for is it cukup tak the surrounding tu flourish tak kita punya nourishment tu? Can we like and of course bila in nature pun hujan, ribut semua, they also like struggle with these things, and we I think with that tragedy, we call it tragedy or situation or the struggle, help us to grow as well in a way. So that's why there's a reason for us to learn how to accept things in past, so our trauma, and to find the level of acceptance that we needed in order for us to relearn and discover our new potential. Without the trauma, without the struggle, we never know
betul.
our potential.
Kalau kita expect hidup ni kena happy je macam, we never learn much about ourselves.
We learn better when we
Do mistake.
So so my artwork today macam biasa lah, it's like a stripe of pizza actually. I'm actually quite
Itu sedap lah pizza.
stripe of pizza. So it's I choose color red, pink, brown and purple. Purple. I put a bit of element of dot and straight line and wavy. So the reason why I put this pie chart, kan just now we are talking about how we struggle to manage our emotion and feelings. It's because I think growing up, I struggle to understand how to compartmentalize myself better, because growing up that I don't know with undiagnosed ADHD, I think I skipped the part to know myself from the past 25 years ago. Like
Self-discovery.
Yeah. So it's like I'm for the past 25 years old, so I just like go with the flow, go of the things in me without really take control where the flow want to bring me. And this is why the reason why I put this barrier, this chart, macam pie chart ni, because of and this wavy is like all the rocky way, the wavy way of the rambut kan, struggle tu, and the straight line is how I like macam like the pink ni actually represent of how I grow out from the identity of having empathy a lot from other people. I have a lot of empathy, a lot of love, but I cannot express it because of the trauma that we have been through as a childhood, and I tend to give that kind of love or empathy to the wrong person, to the to the person that, and the dangerous part of having this empathy, giving the love that to the people that I expect too much from people as well. So I expect when I do good or when I do give them love or whatever, they will love me back. Sometimes it's not the case, right? So I think in this healing process, it's important for us to really compromise ability and emotions lah. And this green pula chocolate ni is about
Mustard.
Dia macam peanut butter.
Peanut
Colour.
butter. Nampak lapar kan sebenarnya.
Sebenarnya tu dah tengah diet nak rasa nak makan pizza.
So yeah, this is how I actually you can see like this purple punya colour intersect with the
brown
mustard colour, which is as a colour principle is not matching at all. This is how I feel in my life. I am a lot of contrast in my brain. Like I like to do this, but in a different way. I cannot do that because of I love doing events, but I hate planning. I love do arts, but I hate plan what to do with the art. I do. So sometimes that life is just the contrary of yourself in order for you to in order for you to to know yourself better. You need to do the contra or the other things that you dah biasa buat.
That's the way you can discover something yang you tak tahu you ada.
Yes. Betul. Even until now, I think I still keep discovering things. And yeah, merah ni symbolize of the how to say, all the trauma experience that I try to express, like childhood, struggle childhood. Like I wish someone had come and say this thing to me early, so that I can skip the part of the mess that I have made. But actually,
That's the fun part.
That's the fun part. You need to make the mess in order for you to know how to arrange.
How you are now. Now you wouldn't be here.
So I think this is the
Pizza.
plate. I think of the wheel of emotion. Not really. Korang punya elok je bulat kan. Sampai kat aku tak bulat. Dia jadi macam
That's like over.
dia like macam extract of bulat. So yeah, that is my
So nama you punya ni apa?
tanya kan. Selalu tanya orang kan.
At least dia
Namanya
kena 3 perkataan lah. 3 words. Lagi susah sikit lah untuk host.
Wow.
Cannot use the word the.
Okay lah, I tukar lah kan. Pie of love. Because life is all about love, right? And love is love is pie.
Love of pie.
Love of pie. Sebab love is like life. So in order for you to have love, you need to sacrifice something. You need to be patient. You need to a lot of things. It's not all about happy stuff all the
Macam pie lah kan. Dekat luar you
dekat
tengok macam
nampak sedap kan. Nampak sedap macam ni kan. Makan
sekali you dah potong tengok ada yang tak masak ke.
Ataupun you dah makan pie tu banyak kali sampai macam merosakkan diri. So too much pie pun boleh. Itulah jadi tak happy. So macam mana buat hari ni masak? Apa you rasa?
It's a good ending to a hectic week.
So good ending for hectic week. Betul.
Looking forward to a long weekend.
Ada tak kata-kata hikmah ataupun like conclusion for this to our audience out there? About emotion and managing emotions.
I think we have to speak a lot about when it comes to mental health. It's not only the work of doctors, psychologists, counselors. They have been advocating a lot, but it's good to see new initiative, especially the government working with NGOs to advocate on mental health, and the non-profit themselves are doing good initiative. So keep the positivity, keep the cycle going, I would say. Let's play our part in supporting mental health So it takes a collective effort. It's not the work of one person. So if we keep doing that, sooner or later, it will become normal.
The society lah.
The stigma will be lesser. People will be more open talking about their mental health, like what we are doing, sharing session today. So things like this is good for the community.
Yes.
Yeah. I think a lot of people didn't choose to talk about what they feel because they don't know how to express it, and then they don't know what the right words to choose to express themselves. So you guys can try a lot of things, not just like orang asyik suruh cakap luah lah apa yang you rasa kan, but kita sendiri tak tahu apa yang kita rasa, and then kita tak tahu the exact word to describe apa yang kita rasa tu. So try to discover. Sekarang ni kita dah ada teknologi, kita dah ada internet kan.
Use it wisely.
Use it wisely to learn. If you tak tahu something, let's say you being ignorant about what others feel, and then let's say orang ni cakap dia ada ADHD, tapi you tak tahu benda tu, and then you make your own assumption of how they should be, how they have to behave, how they have to react, but you degil, tak nak sebenarnya belajar
tak nak faham
apa yang perkataan, apa yang betul sebenarnya, and then you just nak stick to your own perception about that. So tak boleh lah belajar. Ilmu ni tak pernah habis.
Tak kisah umur berapa banyak degree, master, PhD anda ada, hidup ni is a long life. You never know everything and never know.
Every day is like a learning process.
Correct. Totally agree. And I hope today's session you guys have learned a lot from our panel today from Noble Doctor, and don't forget to follow them, Noble Doctor punya Instagram. Apa Instagram?
Noble Doctor, just search Noble Doctor .my.
And
kita ada Twitter, kita ada Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Follow semua.
But I mean to what you rasa apa key point yang orang patut follow Dr. Noble?
You guys can come to us for medical advice. The reason why this organization was put out there is to create more awareness to the community that we as family physician, we do play a large role in the community. So not only psychiatrists treat mental illness, primary health care doctor, your family medicine specialist, they also treat mental health patients. There's a lot of things that the public are not aware of when it comes to primary health care physician. That's why the hospital are overcrowded. So you fully utilize the facility that's provided at your primary care level, then you see less health burden that we see now, especially. So why follow us? Why look for us? We are 24 hours open. Our WhatsApp chat box is also open for health-related matter question. If you feel that a patient need help, need support, need medical services that patient can't pay for it. So sometimes, not all the times, if we do have the means to support patient for medical issues, medical bills, when it comes to refugees, when it comes to migrant who can't pay, we do assist. We do get other NGO to help out and to work together. So that's a bit in what we do at Noble Doctor, apart from our campaign this year, which is Be Mindful.
So, thank you for actually doing this kind of initiative, and I believe a lot of people need that. Because in this kind of situation economy, we are struggling. Kenapa orang struggle with mental health? Because they cannot take care of themselves anymore, because they are so focused on getting themselves, keeping alive.
The hierarchy of needs
Yes.
Say that.
And thank you for doing this to the community and society, and keep keep flourishing. That's all for today, and thank you so much everyone who are watching and listening to our podcast this time. And I would love to take this as an opportunity to thank you, our partners in this initiative. We call it as a social healing impact peer support SHIPS, that is supported by Yayasan PM, and we also have Miracle IO to provide this space and to provide the community for us to engage with. So yeah, I think today has been great session. We are so looking forward to have enjoy our weekend.
It's a long weekend.
It's a long weekend. So yeah, guys, stay tuned for more conversation, art therapy for mental health next session. So yeah.
Oh, I ada nak tambah something. So if you guys tak tahu macam mana nak reach out diorang, or you have any questions ke apa, instead of DM ke apa, you nak directly, can just comment kat bawah.
Comment.
Yes.
Betul. Kalau you rasa macam sometimes you apa yang conversation kita orang ni
ada
rasa
questions
macam question kan, please do leave your comment kan, and sambil-sambil comment, like, subscribe and share our content to let the world know that we are here to support your
Yes, you are not alone.
You are not alone. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much everyone for joining this session.
Bye-bye.
Bye.